The legal team of Donald Trump has once again put forth conspiracy theories that, according to the Trump's team, influenced the results of the 2020 polls. The legal team held a press conference at the Republican National Committee headquarters in Washington, and Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, alleged that there was a plan to execute various acts of voter fraud, which specifically focused on these specific battleground states. He also alleged that the company responsible for counting votes was owned and controlled by the allies of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Now, these statements were made without any evidence or details.
Because there's not a singular voter fraud in one state. This pattern repeats itself in a number of states, almost exactly the same pattern, which to any experienced investigator, prosecutor, would suggest that there was a plan from a centralized place to execute these various acts of voter fraud, specifically focused on big cities, and specifically focused on, as you would imagine, big cities controlled by Democrats, and particularly focused on big cities that have a long history of corruption. The number of voter fraud cases in Philadelphia could fill a library.
The former federal prosecutor and now Trump's election attorney Sidney Powell also made some startling allegations. She said that millions of votes were in fact shifted from Trump to Biden by a software designed to rig the election. Remember, Sidney Powell recently launched a legal defense fund to try to stop the election results from even being certified in the battleground states of Georgia, Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Wisconsin.
What we are really dealing with here and uncovering more by the day is the massive influence of communist money through Venezuela, Cuba, and likely China in the interference with our elections here in the United States. The Dominion voting systems, the Smartmatic technology software, and the software that goes in other computerized voting systems here as well, not just Dominion, were created in Venezuela at the direction of Hugo Chavez to make sure he never lost an election after one constitutional referendum came out the way he did not want it to come out.
Now, several prominent law firms have turned down Trump campaign's request to fight their legal case. Trump is left with no other choice but to let his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, spearhead the efforts. The Trump's campaign has filed at least about 9 lawsuits challenging the results of the 3rd of November elections. And so far, the lawsuits have not been able to overturn the results in the states, let alone the entire country. Now, the Trump campaign is reportedly trying to persuade the Republican legislators in the battleground states to intervene. They've already asked a judge in Pennsylvania to declare Trump as the winner. Remember, Biden won Pennsylvania by about 82,000 votes. Legal experts are calling this strategy as an unprecedented assault on the country's democratic institutions by a sitting president. Reacting to the voter fraud allegation fiasco, President-elect Joe Biden has called Trump the most irresponsible president in the history of the United States.
Hang on, I'm on my way. That's what I say to them, not a joke. And what the president's doing now is really it's going to be another incident where he will go down in history as being one of the most irresponsible presidents in American history. It's just out of the, not even within the norm at all. There's questions whether it's even legal.